He looked great, man. He's you could just tell his energy, just how he feels. I think he's extremely confident, and the more he's out here, just running the plays, being around the guys, we're just going to get better and better. It was awesome to see my guy for sure.
Could you tell that this was his, at least with you guys, the first off-season practice?
No, he was in the huddle, man, commanding the huddle, getting the guys right, and he threw a lot of great balls, and, right off the defender's head, and he looked really, really good.
You caught a number of those passes. Did it kind of feel like, picking up right where you guys left off?
Felt great, yeah.
Does it seem like it looked like he's throwing with a little bit more zip on the ball as a receiver? Did you notice that, or was it the same ball?
Yeah, when we were running like routes on air, I was like, yeah, he's throwing the ball a little bit. He's always had an arm though, but he's throwing the ball real well, tight spiral, and he's turning the ball over. So, again, he's out here with the guys. He's getting better, and he looks great.
I mean, it's not a knock on Snoop, but having him to lead practice, the energy, the juice, doesn't feel any difference. I feel like you got what you need to get where you want to go out there.
Well, I think everybody knows, Lamar's, he's what drives our team. He's QB1, and the energy, around him being here, it lifts everybody up. Obviously, incredible amount of respect for Snoop and everything like that. But it's great to have Lamar here.
Mark, you got two young talented tight ends coming in this year. Do you change your approach as far as how you try to help them, or would you be more vocal with them, or not? Or I'm just kind of curious how you're trying to help them get up to speed.
I mean, those guys are doing their things. They're very well-rounded players already. If I see something, I'll chip in. Just say what I have to say, but mostly just let them be them, and they'll figure it out from there. If I see something, I'll tell them, but they're going to just grow naturally, and they already have.
Mark, what do you view as kind of the objective of minicamp before you guys get a last break before training camp begins?
I think our goal right now is again just to get better as a whole, as a team. Become closer. This is a great locker room. This locker room is not, it's not like this everywhere. And the guys that come in here see the atmosphere. That's what it's all about. So for us to all be here, hanging out, getting better as a team, having one goal, sitting in, team meetings, hearing Coach Harbaugh talk, talking about where we want to be, what it's going to take to be there. That's what it's all about.
Mark, there's constant conversation about Lamar in sort of the wider NFL world. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, have some awareness of that. But does it matter to you guys at all? I mean, do you block it out completely? Like, what's your guys' relationship to all of that chatter?
You block it out. As playing football at a young age, we've all been with the media for a long time, and there's going to be a lot of naysayers, but you got to be able to block stuff like that out. We don't look at the outside too much.
Mark, when you're coming off the year that you had last year, and individually, what do you feel like is the next phase for your game?
There's always going to be room to grow, get better as a leader, get better as a teammate, as a tight end. In all facets of my game, I want to get better. And again, I talk about the ultimate goal, and that's where my focus is at.
Mark, are you going to that tight end camp, or like Kelsey and Greg Olsen do? Are you going to that game?
I wish. I actually got a wedding this year, so I'll be in San Diego, and I talked to George about it. But that's a great event. I'm going to miss hanging out with those guys, all the tight ends. But I'm sad I'm not going, for sure.
Mark, is a guy that knows how to run routes pretty well. What do you see out of Rashod Bateman? And I know a lot of kind of more focus on him now with Marquise not being here.
Yeah, he's running great routes. A lot of his releases and everything like that, he's getting open at the line super quick. And then he's got a burst of speed that people don't really talk about. And again, second year, he's a guy that's just going to get better and better. And sky's the limit for him.
As you go through the secondary, running, the 7-on-7s in particular, there's a lot of new faces out there. It's obviously early, no pads, but an assessment of what you're seeing from that group.
A bunch of hungry guys. They're a very close, tight knit group, and I think you guys see it, social media, all that stuff. They really live it. James Rochet got a basketball hoop in the locker room, and they're literally playing all the time. So it's a close group. They're a hungry group. They know what's at stake, and they're ready to go, man. It's going to be an exciting team.
Did they let the tight ends play?
Yeah, we kind of play on our own sometimes, but yeah, maybe we'll get a little tight end versus wide receiver and see what happens.
Hey Mark, you know this offense as well as anybody. What is the impact of Ronnie Stanley not being out there and then being out there? Can you describe the importance of his presence if he can make it back full strength?
I mean, he's an all-pro tackle, so he's a guy that, when we have him out there and eventually when we get him out there, he's going to make a huge impact for our team. And again, it's all about, giving Lamar time, helping Lamar out, and that's what he does.
Good. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it so much.
Appreciate it, guys.